My name is Joe Saunders, and I'm running to represent you in the State House of Representatives. It's a bizarre, crazy, inspiring, humbling, tricky, political thing to run for office. However, had I known when I decided to jump into this that what it really meant was that you got to go all across the state and go get yourself into beautiful spaces like this one and fill that space with everybody you've ever met in your life, who you love, and who you've worked with and you've been inspired by. They say really nice things to you the whole time, and then at the end of the day they give you lots of money. I probably would have done this a long time ago. So there are some new friends in the room who, some old friends, some old friends. Vicky, where are you? Where's Vicky Hall? Oh, not Hall anymore. What is it? Landon. Oh, Vicky Landon. Vicky and I went to high school together. My partner, Donald, is here. He's gonna He never comes to anything. So, welcome him, please. So some of you I know really well. Some of you I'm meeting for the first time. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm a rare breed. I am born and raised Floridian. I grew up in Southeast Florida. Thank you. Random stuff. Quartet, thank you. I'm born and raised in Southeast Florida. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. I very much am from a working class family. My mom was a pool cleaner when I was growing up. My dad was a union carpenter who eventually became a steward and then a foreman. I'm the youngest, sort of second youngest of 5 kids. I have a twin brother who's very different than me. You'll learn about that later. And I went to school, I went to high school, one of the best public high schools in Broward County. And I graduated with honors, and I was given the promise by the state of Florida of the Bright Future Scholarship. So when I graduated, I knew that I could go to any school in the state. And after touring all the different universities, where I landed was right here in Orange County at the University of Central Florida. And the reason why I landed there was because I saw this amazing university, this bright, shiny new school, this school that would become the second largest university in the country. I saw a community that was vibrant, that was metropolitan, that was diverse, that was in sharp contrast from many other communities that I explored. And so like 4 of the other 5 kids in my family, I moved to East Orange County, started school at the University of Central Florida, where I studied political science, women's studies, and legal studies. And it was at UCF that I began to connect this call to service that I've sort of experienced my whole life, this need to serve my community. I connected it to a political identity. It was there that I really grabbed onto the title and the mantle of community organizer and activist. I became the leader in the LGBT student union on campus, which is how I met many of the people who are in the room here today. I co-chaired the Progressive Council, which was a progressive coalition of activist student organizations who worked every day to change some of Florida's worst laws. Some of my first political jobs were with the Florida League of Conservation Voters and democratic organizations like America Coming Together. But it was upon graduation that I got the job with Equality Florida. I was hired to open up Equality Florida's very first field office, which is how I met many of the other friends I have in the room. You know, I spent 7 years with Equality Florida working to change some of Florida's worst laws. And it was in Tallahassee that I realized that every single day the state legislature serves up unfair policies. We're going to talk about a lot of things on the campaign trail. We're going to talk about the economy. We're going to bring a new paradigm for economic development to Tallahassee, one that isn't driven by this idea that the only path to prosperity is by slashing and burning our budget, and slashing and burning the services that make life livable for so many people in this state. We're going to talk about public education. We're going to talk about what it means. We're going to talk about public education in an economic frame. What does it mean when we cut $300 million from the higher education budget in this state? What does that mean for people who are trying to redefine themselves, for people whose opportunities are shrinking, and whose jobs, after they've lost a job, when they try and reinvent themselves and tuition rates increase and the Bright Future Scholarship is harder to get? What kind of doors does that close to them? Finally, we're going to talk about fairness in public policy. We're going to talk about what it means when the state legislature passes voter suppression laws that make it harder for some people to vote than others simply because of who they're likely to vote. When we amass the political muscle to inspire not just LGBT people, but all people to understand that the experience of an LGBT person teaches us what it means to be discriminated across the board. It teaches us what it means to be marginalized. And that connection, that common ground transcends partisanship, it transcends class, it transcends race. It is the beginning of coalition building, which is the thing that I've been doing for a decade in this town, and I've proven time and time again I can accomplish and we can use to create change. The formula for success means three things. It means we have a district that we can win in. The new House District 49 is a brand new seat that was drawn over the University of Central Florida. 40% of registered voters are under the age of 35. 60% of this district voted for Barack Obama in 2008. 56% of it voted for Alex Sink in 2010 in one of the worst performance years for Democrats. We make it out of this primary, we get 3,000 votes in this district, and we win. So we got the district. The second thing that we need is a candidate. A candidate who knows how to raise money, a candidate who can carry a message, a candidate who knows how to build coalition, a candidate who's got lots and lots and lots of friends. Woo! I'm pretty sure. The final thing that we need is the engine. We need the machine. The thing that the group of people who are inspired by what we're trying to do, that they're ready to put the money into this race early enough so that we keep other people from jumping in. The volunteers who are ready to knock on every single door in East Central Florida, in East Orange County. The people who are willing to wake up every single day and stand next to me and say, this is something that I'm going to make a priority. This is important. We need progressive leaders in Tallahassee who get it, who can finally use the opportunities that come with redistricting to change the climate in Tallahassee. That machine has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. So today you're going to be invited to do a bunch of things. Where's Jess Osborne? Jess, wave at me. Yay, Jess Osborne. She is our new field director. She's our field director, and she's going to be your best friend or your worst enemy because she will just call you until you can't deal with it anymore. You've already signed in. We already got your names. So you're going to be asked in a lot of different ways to get involved and get engaged. But from me to you, become a part of this. It's so exciting. It's only been 3 weeks. We've got 2 more months of work to do. We need to make history, and that can't be done without every single person in this room. Give me your time, give me your talent, and today, give me your treasure. Thank you very much.